Hey everyone, welcome back to AI with Pallavi. Ready to learn another AWS service in just 10 minutes? Let's get started. AWS has a service called Amazon Rekognition, and you don't need ML expertise to actually use it. Welcome. Let's learn Amazon Rekognition. Now, you just upload an image and it will be able to detect all the labels within that. Labels is nothing else but the objects within that particular image. So you can see a skateboard, you can see wheels, you can see cars, trees, as well as buildings. Everything is being detected by Amazon Rekognition on its own. The models you don't have to train. Amazon Rekognition already has a connection with different models using the recent models and constantly updating. So you don't have to worry about the model being used. You can see that multiple labels are already visible. If you want to add more labels, there is a feature for custom labels as well, which you can use. But it is very easy now. So let's say you want to build a pipeline where you want image recognition. You don't have to worry about the model. Just use Amazon Rekognition. It will be able to get the latest models and the labels which you have mentioned, and then you can get the result as well. So you will be able to see what are the labels which are detected. You will be able to see the confidence score as well on the right hand side. So all of those results are downloadable. Also, there are APIs, but it doesn't end here. It has a lot more features. The first one is label detection, which we just saw. It can identify objects, scenes, concepts, and activities in images, give you the exact, you can say, confidence score there. And the API detect labels. So there are multiple APIs present for different use cases. The second one is face analysis to identify the age, emotion, gender, eyewear, facial landmarks, and more. So for that, we can use face analysis API. Very useful in specific use cases, right, where you want to understand how your customers actually feel while you're working with them. Then face comparison, if you have two faces, how similar they are. So that can be done in fraud detection as well. Then celebrity recognition. It already has a huge database with images, with details about well-known figures like sports, politics, media. So able to actually identify that. Then comes text and image, super important. OCR for signs, menus, whiteboard, signature handling, and a lot of different stuff can be identified. And again, detect text API can be used directly from SDK, from console, from different places. Then content moderation, another useful feature, like it flags unsafe, explicit, or violent content. So that's pretty much what we want in today's AI world, right? So it's able to actually identify that as well. Then comes PPE detection. This is specific for factories, industries, right? Where you want to monitor the employees, ensure that they're using the right set of you can say, right set of equipments, right safety processes are followed, and all those details. So you can check that. Then video analysis, super important, right? If you want to do a streaming video search or a synchronous process, that is also possible. So it's very easy to now integrate this, and when you have a service, you don't have to worry about the scaling, you don't have to worry about how the underlying infrastructure looks like, because everything is secure in that case. Just have to ensure what you need to do. So just worry about the use case. Use any of this API which is present by Rekognition, and you are good to go. So that's how easy it is to start using Amazon Rekognition service. And video analysis feature is pretty cool, so you must try it. You just have to upload a video on S3 or create a pipeline, and directly you can land it in Rekognition, get the data, then get the response via some queue or notifications or other details, and you are good to go. So now let's go ahead and see how these features looks like on the console. So you have different features. The first one is custom labels. For example, the image we provided to Rekognition was able to give us specific labels, but we want more. We want to create more labels, right? So there are some sample projects which are already present, so you can look at them, and then you can also add more details around your specific project. So you just have to create the data sets, give it to Rekognition, and it will be able to identify. For example, there is a real estate company, right? It wants to identify different room sizes, different capacities, different types of rooms, right? Using the images shared by the customers. So they can use custom labels in that case. There is a multi-label classification as well based on color, size, texture. So not only identifying what it is, but how that particular element looks like. Then there is also a feature of object localization, very well used in electronics industry, where there are new equipments being built. So if you want to check any of that equipment, that way the image of that equipment and want to label it, so that's how it is can be done. This can be very well be used to share the details with the students, with people who would like to learn about it. Then also brand detection. For example, you have an architecture diagram and you just want to ensure that people understand what services exist there, and you just want to label them, right? So that's also possible using custom labels. So there's a lot more features, so do try custom labels in case you want specific labels to be recognized within your particular service. Then there is image properties. For example, you upload an image, you just don't want that what that image is all about, also would like to identify the qualities of that image, like the colors, the dominant colors, then more details, what is the quality, how it looks like, and other things. So all of that information is also present. So image properties is another feature of recognition. So if you mention that, you will also get the image properties from there. Then image moderation, very cool feature, very important feature, right? If you want that specific images should not be shown, someone uploaded it and you don't want to show that to the end users, you're not going to check each and every image, right? So automatically you can build some criteria, tell that to recognition, and it will moderate those images. Then facial analysis, you would like to understand how the face looks like, what it is. So it will give you characteristics like age range, smiling, emoticons, whether it's wearing glasses or not. So all those information can also be retrieved using this. Then face comparison. Let's say you have two images, you just want to compare it, right? So you have a reference face, you have a comparison face, compare them, you'll get the result. Via API calls also you can get that result, and you can perform the rest of the actions accordingly. It also gives you the confidence score, right? So it's very easy to identify the next action based on that. Now, if you change the image, you can see that it's not similar, so hence the result varies. So this is how you have set of images. You don't have to write the code for the model. You don't have to define any model. You can just use this managed service to perform these common operations which people need. Now, there is a new feature of face liveliness. In cases of interviews, you can enable this. In cases of printed photos, deepfake video, to identify these things, you can definitely enable this feature as well. Then celebrity recognition, as I was talking about that initially, right? So it already has a good database to identify the well-known celebrities. So if you just want to understand that, you can do that. You can give an image, it will give you the data around that particular image and identify the celebrity present in that image. Text in image, that is another cool feature within this, where you can actually identify what is the text present. So we are not worried about anything else. If you're just worried about the text present, that you can do. For cases of security, if you want to capture the car numbers, if you want to capture any other details, you can use this option. Then PP detection, as I said, this is the equipment detection. In this case, you can see what is the equipment, protective equipments basically present. Now it has its own database of labels. If you want a particular machinery should be checked as well. So you need to combine few of these things. You need to combine the output. You need to add some custom labels. So by default, it already has a good database, but if you want specific details, then definitely you can add custom labels as well. So this feature can also be very well used in case of videos as well, right? You can combine the video streaming and analyze different data. Now, with video streaming and video analysis, there are two things. One, you can upload it and then understand what that video is all about, get the details, who is there in that particular video, how the components look like, identify the celebrities. So it's not always one API which you need. So you might need a combination of API to perform a particular operation. But it's super easy. You just have the API, you just have to use them. Then streaming video events. If in the real time, right, you would like to stream the video, you would like to get the details of that particular video. For example, a package comes. So whenever a package comes, you want a trigger. So just you can stream that video from your home camera, webcam, send it to another location or S3 or somewhere, use the APIs, create a platform, and you should be able to use this. So there are multiple use cases for this, how you can understand that there are a lot of camera facilities already available, right? So it's easy to just start using them, think about the use case, and you can definitely test them out. Now there are metrics present as well. So Rekognition, being a managed service, gives you specific metrics which you can track: the successful calls, the throttle calls, label count, server errors, so client errors, any type of metric is also present within that. Now let's go ahead and see a specific architecture built using Rekognition. In this architecture, we are actually building an event-driven pattern. A user uploads an image or a video. It lands up in Amazon S3. Then it's further creating a trigger for AWS Lambda, then sending that to Rekognition. So basically, Lambda has the APIs for Rekognition, and then Rekognition is getting the data and putting that in DynamoDB. Now, if you don't know how to trigger Lambda functions from S3, you can look at the videos for S3 and Lambda. I've added the link in the description. Now, this is a very suited use case for event-driven pattern. So there can be content moderation which you want, the face verification which you want to do, auto tagging of media libraries. Let's say someone is uploading the details, right? You want to auto tag. In cases of, let's say, Instagram or YouTube, how do they auto tag? So based on the type of video we are uploading. So there are multiple mechanisms, multiple use cases, and multiple systems which you can build using this pattern. Very common pattern, very easy to create. There are some core APIs which you need to use, like detect labels, compare faces, detect text, and detect moderation labels. These APIs are also very user friendly. You can just remember them because they are actually telling you what they do. So it's not difficult to use that. Also, as per the cost, it's pay per image processed, and certain images are free per month, and you don't have to manage the infrastructure. You don't even have to manage the scaling. Let's say you get a huge video. In that case also, you don't have to worry. The pipeline will automatically take care of it, and Rekognition need not do any major changes, and you should be able to get the result. And a note, for videos, use async. For images, use sync. Now, it will also depend what kind of video you are using. Are you using streaming videos, or you're uploading that video to a specific location? Just ensure you follow the guardrails. You don't have to manage any models. So go ahead, try Rekognition. It's a very well-suited service, an AI at your desk, right? So you can go ahead and try that out. And just like that, you have learned another AWS service in 10 minutes. Hit that subscribe button if you like this video, and comment if you have any questions related to this service, or if there is any service you want me to focus next.